It's hard to find a place in India that isn't sacred because the Indians consider everything sacred almost, especially natural things like the Ganges, Ma Ganga, or the Himalayas. And of course, they're man-made shrines or shrines around important places. But since I was in Varanasi, that's the place that I saw the most worship to. And every morning people go into the Ganges. It's considered normal to dip into it every day, no matter what the weather is. And so you will meet people who you will see doing this every day. One time at night, I walked by the banks of it, and there was a full moon, and there were these beautiful petals and little offerings that someone obviously had done a service to it. And the moon was full, and it was so symbolic of all the devotion, I felt like, that was given to this particular part of India. Everybody in India wants to die in Varanasi, be cremated there, and be put in the Ganges there. So if they're even a little sick, they might come there and live a year or two so that they make sure they die there. So it's a very interesting place. It's the city of death. However, with death there's rebirth. So that's always a part of the story. The other place that's incredibly sacred are the Himalayas. And I did do 3 very high hikes in the Himalayas to a place called Kedarnath. And that's the second most auspicious shrine next to Mount Kali. So that's a very strenuous thing because you lose your breath after halfway up there and you don't know how you're going to make it. But anyway, on the way, there are little caves where holy men live. And I was lucky enough to have opportunities to actually go in and visit some of them. And one picture I think I took, which I was really touched about, is I went to this shrine which was thousands of years old. It's a Durga shrine even above Kedarnath, and there's a man sitting there dressed quite beautifully in full samadhi. And so that was very interesting and powerful to me. There's a place in Varanasi that is built around a tree, and you see a lot of Shiva lingams, and people come every morning and they bring flowers and they bring food blessings to that area. And goats come and eat the food almost instantaneously. Nobody seems to get mad at them, which I think is really nice. But there's 7 invisible Shiva lingams in India, which are energy lights around vortexes, and one of them is in this particular place, and it's not known by a lot of people. It's sort of, these secret centers are sort of kept secret. So you can really tell when people come, they kind of know it, and then the people who come and they just think it's a wonderful shrine because it's by the Ganges, so that's good as well. Your third eye has to be open before you can actually see that emanation of light. So yes, they're man-made things, and almost anything in nature is considered holy. I got a driver one time because I heard about this huge boulder that was very sacred. And when we got there, it was humongous, a big rock, and it's called a drop of the sperm of Shiva. And underneath it, children are playing, and there's a goat. And I was thinking, if I had a whole crew and I was going to set it up to make the picture I'd really want to take, it would be set up like that because they were so aligned, and the way everything was already was fantastic.